Welcome to the Anchor Your Retirement podcast. I'm your host, Barbara Gullen, hanging out with my buddy and pal, Tony Shore. Tony, it feels like it's been weeks since I've seen you.
Yeah, we've tried to record a couple of times over
We
the past
have.
2 weeks,
We
but
have.
we
We have.
we've gotten busy, and that's crazy. And those who are watching our video just saw my cat jump off the counter behind me. We have a
Bye,
little mascot,
Jersey.
Jersey Girl. That's Jersey Girl. She's a cutie, orange and white, and she has very unique eyes for a cat. They're orange, and the orange. I've never seen a cat with orange eyes. They look bright
No,
orange, and they match her orange fur.
that's amazing.
The spots.
But last week we didn't record because you got to take a road trip and celebrate your daughter.
I did. I'm excited. I'm a proud papa. My Sarah and I went to Atlanta to attend the graduation. My daughter graduated from Delta Flight Attendant Training and Academy, and she is now officially a Delta Flight Attendant. She
That's
takes her first
exciting.
official flight. She's taken a couple of training flights, but
Mhm.
she had 7 weeks of intense
Yes.
training, 6 days a week, 10
Mhm.
hours a day,
Oof.
and only about 70% make it through, right?
Mhm.
30% don't even make it through that. You have to maintain a 90 percentile or above.
Good
And
for
when you get done,
her.
you have to study. You have to
Mhm.
know every kind of airplane. Boeing, there's a
Mhm.
737, the 757, the 333, or whatever. All these airlines, they all have
Mhm.
different doors, different safety features. You have to know them memorized by heart, know everything.
Mm.
Safety training. She had to jump out of a plane into water.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow is
Well,
right.
no,
Yeah.
it's better if they're teaching us to do it that they've done it and have done it themselves.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited because Delta is going to, in next month, start offering nonstop flights to a city I fly to frequently so that I no longer have to go with the other airline that I was very loyal to for a long time that has lost my loyalty.
Yeah, well, Delta's the best. I've had the best experience with Delta
Mhm.
over the years, and I will tell you this: they are the top rated. They pay their employees more, and their benefits are better than other airlines. I
That's
know. I've
great.
learned. I've learned that. But what city is that?
Austin.
Austin, Texas. Nice,
Yes. Yes.
nice. That's fun. I love Austin,
When I
Texas. By
fly
the way,
into our Texas offices, it's
yes.
just more convenient to do that. But let's see, this weekend is the weekend before all of the graduation mayhem. It's also Mother's Day weekend. So happy Mother's Day to the
Yes.
moms out there. Um, I'm kicking off Mother's Day weekend with going to the Royals baseball game tonight uh,
Nice.
because they are giving away a bobblehead that I just have to have.
Sure.
And it is 2 of our players instead of just 1.
Oh
It's
wow.
Bobby Witt Jr. and Vinny Pasquantino playing rock, paper,
Nice.
scissors.
Wow. That's awesome. So it's like a dual bobblehead with
It
them playing rock,
is.
paper, scissors.
It's
That's
a double wide,
awesome.
yeah.
I love that. I love that. I've gotten a few bobbleheads from games. I
Yes.
have a the St. Paul Saints, which is our minor league team. It's
Uh-huh.
the farm team for the Minnesota Twins, and they
Okay.
have fun games. You've heard of the bananas,
Savannah Bananas, they're
Savannah
coming to
Bananas.
Kansas
We have
City.
the St. Paul Saints, and they have fun. But Bill Murray used to be one of the owners of the St. Paul
Okay.
Saints and would attend games once in a while. And this is the Carl Spackler bobblehead from Caddyshack, and that's
I
Bill
love
Murray.
it.
So I've got that still for the St. Paul Saints, still in the
Yes.
box, hanging on to that one.
Yes.
I love that. So
I take mine out of the box and
I
display
took it out of the box, but then I carefully put it back in, and I'm like,
them.
I just can't. I don't know. I don't want anything to happen to it. But
Yes.
yeah, I've gotten a couple of Twins bobbleheads as well. So that's fun. Get there early so you don't miss
Yes.
out.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Um, there's no easy way to segue into today's topic from baseball.
Oh,
So we're just going to make a hard left
okay.
and start talking about it. The title for today's podcast is Getting Faked Out of Your Money. And what we're going to be talking about is the rise of artificial intelligence and how it is being used in scams and in various nefarious ways to
Oh,
separate you from your wallet. We were talking before the show went live. There is another company that has a name very similar to mine that if you go to their website, you find out that they have been seized by the FBI
yeah.
and
They use the
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 Secret
BG
Service.
moniker as
They
well.
do. They
And
do.
it's similar, but it's that's some Bitcoin scam. Yeah.
Yes, it was cryptocurrency. And, we've occasionally gotten calls with people thinking that we are them, in part because they have horrible reviews. And so we would get advertisers calling us and saying, hey, we can help improve your image. And I'm like, my image is fine. You need to figure out which company you're talking to.
Yeah. This is BG Wealth Management
Advisory.
and BG Wealth Advisory. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyway, artificial intelligence just makes it easier. Ever since the internet came around, it seems like there has been one scam after another.
Yep.
We've all heard about the emails that come through saying that you can inherit this or that you've won this lottery or won this prize. And then as the scams evolved, they were spoofing email addresses, and you would get an email from somebody that saying, I'm stranded in a foreign country, have no access to a phone, but we need you to send us money. Western Union it here.
Yeah.
And I've known very intelligent people that have fallen prey to these scams.
Yep. Me too.
Or, they impersonate a bank and they can now spoof or mimic the telephone number of your bank.
Yeah, you see it coming in. The caller ID says it's
Mhm.
Bank of America or says it's Wells Fargo or whatever bank it says it
Yes.
is. And they're spoofing that, just putting that name with whatever number they're using.
And they tell you that they're from the fraud department.
Yep.
And they usually try to build that rapport and then get you to just confirm your username and password so that they can then access your account and drain it.
If they ask the minute I don't take calls from my bank on my phone. I let it go to voicemail, and I
Mhm.
just assume all calls I get that I'm not expecting are spam.
Yes.
That's a good place to start from. Just assume it's spam.
Yes.
Typically, your bank won't call you. Once in a while you'll get a text, but always double check it.
Yes. Yes. But what scam artists can now do is replicate the voice of a loved one.
Yep, the
So that
grandparent scam when they
Mhm.
get a call from a grandson or a granddaughter saying they're in trouble. And
Mhm.
if they don't get $5,000, they're going to get arrested or something or
Yes.
taken or and I know people who I personally have friends that have fallen victim to this.
Yes.
It's so sophisticated. It's gotten
It
so
is.
sophisticated, Barb. It's
It
amazing.
is. And so that just means that we need to be even more vigilant with our information.
Yeah.
And when we have to relay information electronically, we need to be certain that we're using secure portals. I cringe when I have a client that sends me a statement with an account number by email. And
Oh,
repeatedly told them not to do that. That's why we offer our generational vault. It gives us an opportunity to share that information behind an encryption wall, like when you log into your bank.
yeah. It has the same encryption. The generational vault has the same encryption as banks and financial institutions, and it's a
Mhm.
secure portal between you and them. There's
Yes.
no possible outside influence like there is with even texts and emails and phone
Mhm.
calls, right?
And gives you the opportunity. Well, you have to set up two-factor authentication to
Sure.
do so.
Yep.
And in fact, I was almost victim to one of these scams myself. I ordered from DoorDash the other day, and the restaurant called and said that they were having a technical problem with DoorDash, but if I could send them this confirmation code that they were going to send me, they could expedite the order and get it sent. And I was in the middle of 5 different things. I was alone in the office. I didn't think anything of it. They were accessing my Uber account. And I was like, that seems weird. But everything went through with DoorDash. And then yesterday, somebody tried to access my Uber account again. But because I have that 2-factor authentication set up, they were unable to do it.
Yeah, and it may seem like a pain, and people complain about it, but and
Mhm.
some people get frustrated with the technology, but two-factor authentication is so important, and if you have that,
Mhm.
it's a step that really locks out people from accessing your account.
Yes, and I mean, we're getting to the point where you almost have to guard your phone number like you guard your Social Security number.
Yeah,
Um, I have very frequently told my clients and advocated for them to get a Google Voice number
yeah,
or a virtual number that they can give out, because with something like your cell phone number, people can do a reverse lookup on that and go to any of the people finding websites. I mean, there's one I took you to one, I guess we talked about this last year sometime, where I took you to truepeoplesearch.com and had you look yourself up. And it has everything from the equity in your home to previous addresses. There is a lot of information there for somebody to be able to steal your identity. And it is available to the general public unless you intentionally opt yourself out of those.
mm, yeah. Well, again, it's become so sophisticated, but back to, I wanna make sure, Barb, that
Yeah.
you tell our listeners and viewers about this grandparent scam. And I know you're familiar with this, where they'll call up and they can even mimic the voice of your granddaughter
They
or
do.
grandson.
They make it sound like it's your grandchild calling in a panic
Yikes.
and, asking for money, and they might sometimes they're gonna ask you to just go ahead and send it. More often than not, they're asking you to go get cash and upload it into a crypto ATM, or to go purchase gift cards and then call them with the card numbers and the authentication codes on the back. Um, the best thing you can do in that moment is hang up the phone and call your grandchild back on the phone number that you have for them,
Yeah, or call their and also you can call
and
their
call their
parent.
parents,
Yeah, call the
depending on how
parents.
old the child is. Yes.
Yes, yeah, for
Yes.
sure, yeah.
But,
Obviously, if the
before.
child's 30 years old, maybe you don't call the parents, but
Right.
if the child is, I would say 25 or younger, call the
Yes.
parents as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
But before you send any money, before you provide any information, and never, ever, ever give bank account, credit card, login, password. Never give that information over the phone.
yeah. No. Don't ever. In fact, if you get a call and it's somebody saying, "Hey, this is Microsoft. Have you been having problems with your computer?" Even if you have, and especially if you have, hang up. Microsoft won't
Yes.
call you. If you get a
No.
call from the IRS, or a text, this is call, text, and even email, really.
Yes.
IRS, Social Security,
Mhm.
any government agency will not call you on the phone. They will
No, the
mail
the
you
IR
something
yeah,
in
if
the
the IRS
physical
has an
mail,
issue with you, they're gonna send something in the US mail.
or show up at your door and you'll hear
Yes. Yes.
IRS.
Yes.
Honestly, it might scare you, but that has happened, and but you will not get a call.
No.
You can't get somebody from Amazon on the phone or Apple. It's almost
Mm,
impossible.
right.
So they're not going to call you.
Yeah,
Good luck getting a
you're
hold of
definitely
them, even.
not going to get an out yes, you're
Yeah.
never going to get an incoming call from them, unsolicited.
Never, never, ever. And even your bank, it's rare that they would call you. Now they do call you for fraud things, and then
Mhm,
they just say, did you make these purchases? And you can hit the buttons for yes or no, but if they start to ask you for your social or your
mhm,
password or your username, just hang up, because they won't
yep.
ask you that. Yeah,
No, they won't.
and you can contact your bank directly, look up the
Yes,
actual number,
yes.
and look on your statement and call that, or look on the back of your card, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, or pull up your banking app. They'll normally have their telephone number within the app as
Yep.
well.
Also, you're never going to get a call from the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. They do not use the phone. They only deliver prizes one way. And this is for
And
all
that
the
is
prizes.
showing up at
Even the
your door.
Yep, even the small ones, cuz I almost got caught with that fake. One time, the one year I filled it out, the
Oh my.
one time I did it, I never enter those things. I know it's, it's like whatever. You're never gonna win. But the thing is, one time I had time. I was sitting at the kitchen table on a Saturday. I filled out the Publishers Clearinghouse. There's Ed McMahon, the whole bit.
Yes. We're
And
dating ourselves by
yeah,
referring to Ed McMahon.
yeah, I know. But at any rate, I filled it out. But literally like 6 months later, I got a call and a voicemail from a very professional, well-spoken sounding woman saying, "You won one of our $50,000 prizes. We just need to get some information from you, and to pay this out, we need your social security. We need this and that." And I was getting ready to do it and call them back. And then I thought, wait a second. And I went to
Oh
the
my
Publishers
goodness.
Clearinghouse website, and it said, they have a whole page on don't fall for these Publishers Clearinghouse scams.
Oh my
They
goodness.
say this is a popular scam. We will never ever call you. So
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
especially for our seniors out there,
Yes.
they try to take advantage of you, but with AI, they can make that voice sound. Believe me, we've experimented with it with my voice, and some of they've used at my office at the studio. There's ads of me doing ads for companies, and it's my voice, and I didn't do it. They just took samples just to test it out.
Hmm.
And it's just like, wow, it sounds so close. Now I can tell the difference, but the average
Right.
person couldn't, right?
That's scary.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I have concerns about eventually them developing the technology where you get a call from somebody pretending to be your advisor, telling you that you need to make changes or
Yes.
something crucial like that.
Yeah. Like, oh, this is Charles Schwab. We need to transfer this.
Hmm.
And you get those calls sometimes saying, hey, this is your client so and so. I need you to transfer money out. I
Yeah,
know.
that's why my clients get upset because they text us. They don't anymore, but they would text and say, "Hey, can you send me X number of dollars from my account?" And I would turn around and call them and explain to them that we need to hear your voice and we need to make sure that it really is you requesting the money. And in most states now, as fiduciaries, we are mandatory reporters for suspected elder abuse. So we also have to ask them what the money is being used for as an extra layer of protection to try to keep our clients from being duped by one of those scams.
Yeah. Yeah, you have protections in place so that never
We
happens.
do. We do.
Sometimes it's a pain for your clients because I just want to leave you a voicemail or a text. Nope, can't do it.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Nope, you can't do that. It's number one, it would be against the law for you to you can't do any transactions via voicemail.
Nope.
It's not going to happen.
Nope.
So yeah, and there's reasons, and so you don't end up making those mistakes. But people have gotten taken for a lot of money.
They have.
Yeah, and
Have.
with AI now, the video. I
Mhm.
mean, it's crazy what they can do.
Yeah, because there used to be things that we would tell people to ask a video caller to do to make sure that it wasn't AI, like run their fingers through their hair or do something like that. The technology hadn't caught up, and now it has.
Yeah, it has. The technology has gone crazy, and it's really started to catch up to the point where and it is, used to target seniors or people who aren't great with technology. All of us can be susceptible. They're so
We can.
sophisticated. Like I said, I've clicked on stuff on Facebook I shouldn't have, and went down a rabbit hole I shouldn't have, and started typing in my social. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
It's
somebody's asking you for passwords, usernames, or especially social security, mother's maiden name, don't
mhm.
do it. Don't do it.
Don't,
Nope. It's not worth it.
and don't fill out the stuff on Facebook to see how well we all know each other because
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's your favorite? What was your
your
first pet's
favorite
name?
color, your first pet's
Yeah.
name, what was the name of your elementary school?
Yeah. Oh, I love those. It's like, yeah, what hospital were you born in? I was born in this one in Boston,
Mhm.
Boston, Mass General. Where were
Yeah,
you born? And then
yeah.
I see hundreds of people replying. I'm like, oh no, they're just
No.
trying to get security question answers so they
Yep,
can get into your accounts.
yep. And another thing you can do when you're filling out those security questions is lie.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You make up something. So they
Yes,
can't like, well, we know they can easily online find out what hospital I was born in. Those are a
right.
matter of public record. So
Exactly.
I mean
So
people you can figure
lie.
these things out. So
Mhm.
lie. Yeah. If you make something up that's crazy, like what hospital, for your security answer, you can say anything you want. What hospital you're
Yeah.
born in? Hogwarts. What's
Yes.
your hometown? Hogwarts. It's like use Harry
I think
Potter.
that's the only time my kids are ever gonna hear me tell somebody to lie. Uh,
Yeah,
so
it's better if you're filling out forms online. I mean, unless it's your address and you have to have something sent, but even then you gotta be
right.
really careful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You do, 'cause, I when the planners designed the city that I'm living in, we have streets and terraces that have the same number,
Ah.
and you would think they would have juggled the house numbers between the street and the
Oh,
terrace,
no.
and they did not. So,
Oh,
my
no.
my neighbor one street, over and I, about once every couple months, have to exchange mail.
Yep. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah,
So yes, or
yeah.
packages get delivered to us when they should go there. It happens all the time.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare. Well, hey, it's been a great show, but people need to watch out. I mean, I forget the stat. It's billions and billions of dollars a
It is.
year that people
It
are
is.
getting bilked out of in the United States alone. And I've known people who, I have a family member that fell for the Microsoft "Your computer's having
Mm.
trouble," and she's older, and she lost, I think, $3,000 or $5,000. So
Oh
it's
my
it's
gosh.
yeah, and I mean, in retirement, that's a lot of people, that's real money, that's terrible,
Mhm.
so you gotta be
Yeah.
careful.
Well, I mean, in 2025, it says, according to to the FBI, 191,000 people filed phishing complaints. Studies show that about 32% of US adults surveyed in 2025 reported falling victim to some sort of online scam in the past year. So if it happens to you, you are not alone. Don't keep it quiet,
Yeah,
report it, change your passwords, and measure twice, cut once, protect yourself.
yeah. There you go. Measure twice, cut once. Good
Yes.
advice. Good advice, and, just assume every call is spam and delete it.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
answer it.
Yes.
Alright. Well, Barb, great show today. Let our
Thanks,
listeners
Tony.
know. I know if your clients have issues and don't be afraid to tell others. Don't keep it a secret. Don't be
Right.
embarrassed that you might be
Right.
getting scammed. It happens to the best of us. Pick up the phone and they can ask you and your team to review it and say, "Hey, is this legit?" How can
Mhm.
people get a hold of you?
They can always go to our website. That's bgwealthmanagement.com. Or if you want to go catch past podcasts, go to anchoryourretirement.com. We have our podcasts there. And you can always call us at area code 913-553-6222.
All right. Well, Barb, great show today, and good to see you again. And
Yes.
we'll be back next week with a brand new show. That does it for today's episode of Anchor Your Retirement with our amazing host, Barb Golan.
We'll see you soon.